Part 2. Continuing on with my little conversation on attack tank mode, I for one love this mode because it is an interesting contraption. It is just a cluster of dinosaur parts just pushed together to create this terrifying monstrosity. I mean, you see this thing coming at you at all barrels. The first thing you're going to do is just run, duck, and cover. This thing is just crazy. And one thing I do have to add is for all of those who complained about the 2010 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Revision Deluxe Megazord because the attack tank mode didn't look right because the mammoth head left this huge gap. Well, shut up. Look at that big gap right there. You probably don't remember a gap, but there it is. There's the gap. The only reason why the gap is much larger and more noticeable on the 2010 version is because the Tyrannosaurus isn't down far enough and the arms are not covering the large gap to compensate. Well, there we have tank mode, as you can see. It's wonderful beast combination. And it is a tank because it's got the little tank treads here, and it's got cannons here. Tank. But enough about tank mode. It's time to morph this guy to full height in its mighty Megazord battle mode, hand-to-combat mode, whatever. And yes, I am getting that from the bio card. What you do, first, take Pterodactyl off. The cannons I've already taken off, and I like to put these here, because you're going to want to. Alright, now what we do is we fold the elbows inward, pivot the feet so that they become arms, remove the Mastodon head chest protector, and now it actually says this in the instructions. You want to push down on the switches as you're standing the robot up. Now what we do is we press these two tabs, chest plate falls down, well, the Tyrannosaurus chest. We fold the head down, push the Tyrannosaurus chest back up, Pterodactyl swoops in, folds head in, wings fold back out. Slide that down first before you push those in. And then we take the Tyrannosaurus's ears, fold them forward, and voila! Megazord battle mode. Slide in the sword, the power sword, and fold the hook back up, place in Megazord's hand, and here we have the mammoth shield. Head becomes shield. And there it is, Megazord in battle mode. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, that looks exactly like the box art. Well, and that it should. Here is the, I want to move you forward a bit. Before I go on to this, every guy has every Megazord has every Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toy has a bio card. Here's this one. I posted it on the first part of the review, but here's the bio card. Here is the box. It's a lousy box, you know, font, toy, nothing too impressive. There's what you were to get with the original line of toys that came out in '93. There's the top of the box. There we go. Enough about the box. Now we go to Megazord itself. Megazord is a wonderful, wonderful toy. It had hours of play value for anyone who loved Power Rangers, because you have 3 different modes. You have each individual dinosaur part, you have it combined into a tank that can actually roll, and then you stand it up, fold the heads, fold some certain pieces, and you have Megazord in battle mode, or what they call on the box hand-to-hand combat mode, which I love better. Battle mode sounds so cliche, but combat mode, that sounds threatening. Alright. My review on this cannot be complete without me reviewing the actual toy in its actual standing up robot mode. And I love it. I just gotta say it, I love it to death. It was one of my favorite toys as a kid. This is not the original toy I had as a kid. That one is in my garage somewhere. This is one of my display pieces. The only thing I really can't say high regards to is that with the addition of the shield, this sword, and all this back kibble here, it makes especially the chest plate, it makes the Zord a little top heavy, so it really wants to move forward. But a great design with the feet, as blocky as they are, they prohibit the Zord from falling down. He is not going to fall whatsoever. So kudos to Bandai Japan for that little design, design flaw made into a wonderful design, I guess. I can't think of any more words to this. I am actually in pain. I have an impacted wisdom tooth. Yeah, that hurts. The arms are just a little too long, in my opinion. They really shouldn't reach all the way down to his knees. The legs, of course, are blocky, but that is what helps in the stabilization of the toy. That's what I was looking for! Stabilization. And the head is a little bit too small, but the face is wonderfully detailed. I love the look of the face of the head. I would zoom in, but I really can't. Another thing that is wonderful about this toy is, even though it's blocky and it doesn't look exactly like the counterpart on the television show, we wouldn't actually get a Megazord that looks like its television show counterpart until 2010. The much cheaper, on clearance at many toy outlets right now, revision Deluxe Megazord. The one thing I love about this is everything can be used. Every piece that this toy came with, this deluxe set came with, could be used. The shoulder cannons are mounted on its back. The sword can be held. The Manus head becomes the shield. Every piece can be used. So, if you're displaying this thing, and you want it to be fully armored, but you don't really want to worry about, you know, bagging up the pieces, here you go. Right here. Recommendation, I would recommend it to anyone who loves Power Rangers. Anyone who can afford $200 to spend on a mint and sealed box to start. They go up to way above $300. And $100 for a mint incomplete Megazord. But for anyone who wants just a regular old, you know, deluxe Megazord that really can't afford much, I would go with the 2010 model. It is accurate to the show. It's got accurate stickers. The despite some, you know, design flaws like the hollowed out plastic areas in the Mastodon and the tail tip that doesn't bend over, it is a wonderfully designed piece. I love that one just as much as I love this one. I love this one more just because of the nostalgia factor. So, but for anyone who is a hardcore fan, no collection is complete without the Deluxe Megazord. So, until next time, I think my next review will definitely be Dragonzord. Well, I got this guy out. So, tune in for Dragonzord next.